So here we are at a thing that says Table of Contents at the top, but what I've done is clicked Week 1 in the left-hand menu, and every week, you see Week 2 is sort of start up here. You'll have a similar arrangement. I haven't put Week 2 up yet. But under Week 1, the first thing you'll do is look at the pre-lecture resources. Okay? And it'll tell you a couple of things. It'll remind you of the due dates for the week. They're usually going to be Saturday evening. Okay, so at 11:59 on August 24th, you need to have taken that quiz. And by the same time on Saturday, August 24th, you'll need to have turned in that first assignment. I've called it discussion here because that's usually what that assignment will be. Once in a while there's another assignment to do, so this is just here to help organize you. It reminds you what to read before you start in for the week's work. Today it's the welcome letter and the syllabus, which we already went through. Usually it's going to be your book chapters or some online text. Okay, and I will usually review what we did last week. Obviously we didn't do anything last week since it's the first week. And I'll make some notes here about what to think about as you read your reading assignment. So it's good to check here before you go ahead and do the reading assignment, because I'll help sort of focus your thoughts and tell you some of the highlights that I want you to think about as you read. And then finally there'll be some kind of introductory activity to sort of get you excited about the week and introduce our topics. I might ask an interesting question. I might tell some kind of story about a real-life case study. There's a lot of great YouTube videos about biotechnology out there, so I might have you watch one of those. This week I'm going to have a movie of me, a little short one, just so you remember that I'm a real person and that I am a teacher for this class and that I think of you every week and record something new. Okay? And okay, let's go back to this Week 1 outline. So you'll always do the pre-lecture first and then actually make an effort to complete the reading assignments before you move on to the actual lecture. Okay, it'll be a lot better if you do the pre-lecture stuff first. A big part of this class is going to be these Lecture 1 links. And so due to technical things, it doesn't open right in the window. It opens in its own new window. I don't recommend you print these out. These are HTML files, and you can just look at them in a certain window on your web on your computer as you go along. And I'm always going to start out again with the due dates for each of the things you need to do. And then I'm going to put a little outline of what this lecture guide is about. And so today there's an overview of what a lecture guide is. Then there's going to be some online learner activities, and then I'll put the assignment list. Other weeks it'll be more topical about biotechnology. Okay, and you can scroll through this, and today this is the thing that's like sitting in class. So think of this file, these lecture guides, as you are in a virtual classroom, and I'm guiding you through with the written word. Sometimes I'll have links for you to follow, and lots of times I'll have some pictures embedded. This time they're not that exciting, they're just to help you navigate around, and hopefully you're doing that okay. Lots of times they're going to be pictures. I'm going to scroll down here, like you would have projected if you were listening to a lecture on a PowerPoint presentation, for instance. And so when you're listening to podcasts, it's just going to be my voice, and if I want you to look at a picture, they're going to be here on these lecture guides. And sometimes from a particular pictorial topic, I'm going to have you go to a web page, and those links are going to be here. And then sometimes I'll have little places for you to think about taking notes. I would recommend taking your notes in either on a piece of paper or in a Word file on your computer, depending on your preference. I'll try to sort of make you pause and think about, ooh, I should take a note here. Okay, so these lecture guides are going to be like sitting in a classroom and doing some in-class activities. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and go through today's lecture guide. And again, those are always going to be found under week whatever, under Lecture 1 link, Lecture 2 link, whatever it is. Great.